Hey guys, welcome to another video here on Food Chain TV. So you want to know how to pick a ripe, juicy, sweet, delectable honeydew melon. Well, you came to the right place. I'm going to show you the 4 things that you have to look for in order to pick a perfect honeydew melon. So without further ado, here we go. That was pun intended, by the way. Alright, now the first thing that we're looking for is the color. Now, although the honeydew melon is green on the inside, I'll tell you what to look for on the outside. Alright, so an unripe honeydew melon is going to be like a pale green. And a ripe honeydew melon is going to have either patches of yellow or little streaks of yellow. Some of them will have a little bit of scarring, that's okay. But you're basically looking for yellow, and the more yellow you can find, the better. Now the second thing that we're looking for is the smell. The smell is a huge indicator that'll help you find whether it's ripe or not. Okay, so you smell it over there at the belly button and it should smell really, really good. You should be able to almost taste what it's going to smell like. And if you pick it up and it doesn't smell like anything, well, that's an indication that it's not ripe. So let me show you the difference here. That is the stem, and then opposite to the stem is what I like to call the belly button. That's where you smell it. Now the third thing that you're looking for is the feel. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip it around to the belly button and you're going to push on it. Okay, on this one here you can see that it's not ripe, so it's going to be very, very hard. But when you push a ripe honeydew, the belly button is going to be soft. Okay, so you're going to be able to push it in a little bit and you're going to see some give. Okay, that's going to tell you that it's nice and ripe and ready to go. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is something I tell you about pretty much every fruit is the weight. Okay, the heavier the fruit, the more water content inside and the juicier it's going to be. So once you found the honeydew that looks good, smells good, and pushes right, make sure it's nice and heavy. And now that you are a honeydew expert, let's take it to the kitchen where we'll do a nice little taste test and then I'll show you how to cut them. Alright guys, we are now back in the kitchen with our 2 honeydew melons, and just to recap, these are both, pretty heavy. Okay, the color, this one's green. This one has these beautiful little lines of yellow, and overall it's a slightly more yellow shade. Okay, the belly button on this one is nice and soft. And the belly button on this one is really, really hard, and you can see they look really different from each other. Okay, and the smell. If I smell this belly button, I get a really nice fruity aroma. And if I smell this belly button, it doesn't smell like anything. Okay, so by the powers of honeydew choosing, this one is going to be too green, and this one is going to be just right. So let's let the knife decide. Alright, so we're going to cut into both. We're going to start with the one that is supposedly not ripe enough. Okay, so we cut this guy in half. Okay, let's get this guy out of the way. Okay, so it looks nice, but let's take a little taste of this one. Now this is very hard. It's very hard to cut into with the spoon. You can see that it doesn't have that much juice, and we see some green and we see some white. Okay, so it's not uniformly green. Alright, let's taste it. Nah, it's just barely okay. It's not really that sweet. It's kind of dry. It's definitely not ripe. Okay, so now let's move on to our poster child over here. Good belly button, press, smells delicious, beautiful little yellow lines, a little bit of scars here. I'm sure this guy's got lots of stories to tell. Anyways, let's cut this guy in half. Even when I'm cutting it, it's like butter. Okay, it's like really easy to cut through it. Kind of looks the same as the other guy. Okay, let's take a nice little taste test. The flesh is nice and soft, and you can see that it's got a lot more juice than the other one. And let's give it a taste. Okay, this one is delicious. Nice and sweet. The aroma is like, it's almost like a perfume. This is beautiful. This is a perfect example of what a honeydew should be. All right. Hey, as a bonus, I got this one here that's a little too ripe so that I could show you, okay? And I know, I already cut it in half. So this was soft, which is fine, but it had soft spots, okay? It should not have soft spots on the sides of the melon. So I cut it open, okay? And here we can see these dark little jelly-like grain parts. That's a little overripe and it's kind of slimy, see? And should I give this a taste? Yeah, I'll give it a taste, why not? I mean, it's like sweet, but it's slimy, and you can taste a little bit of alcohol. So, that's how you know the cantaloupes are actually too ripe, is when you have soft spots on the sides of the melon. Okay, so hopefully this helps. Okay, so now you know how to choose your honeydew. Now let me show you how to cut it. Alright, so you start by just taking a spoon here and just getting the seeds out. Just like that. It's really actually quite easy. Okay, and just like I showed you in the cantaloupe video, this is how you cut slices. Just like that. And then you can eat it from this nice slice here. Or you can take your knife and just very carefully separate it from the skin. And so now you have a nice skinless slice. I'm gonna take a bite of this guy. Oh my gosh, so juicy. Did I mention I love making these videos for you guys? Okay, and then if you want to cut it into chunks, you again cut it into slices. You very carefully take the skin off with your knife, and then this gets cut into nice little chunks. Okay, just like that. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate all your support. I love making these videos for you, and if you want to help me grow this channel even more so that I can spend more time making videos for you, please subscribe to this channel, give this a thumbs up. Until next time, this is Chef Christian saying happy honeydewing to you.